Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. We have another great show for you today. With us today, we have Fred McKinnie, the Executive Director of Area Relief Ministries. He's been on the show before, but before we get started with the new event that's coming up, we're going to have him introduce himself to the viewers and the listeners.
All right. Again, thank you again, Tony, for having me on your show. We appreciate the opportunity to be here. Again, I am Fred McKinnie. I am the Executive Director for Area Relief Ministries.
How long have you been with Area Relief Ministries?
14 years, almost 15 in March.
All right. And I mean, I always think about how awesome it is that you've been there so long and how you came up through this organization. Tell us a little bit about that before we go into what Area Relief Ministry does.
All right. Yeah, I started with Area Relief Ministries in March 2010. I started off as a case manager. Within a couple months, I became a landlord project site coordinator for some projects that we had got government funding to start housing for low-income families. Mm-hmm. From there, I became the Homeless and Housing Services Director, overseeing all the homeless and housing services programs that consists of Room in the Inn, which is our shelter program for men, that operates through churches that provide shelter starting November 1, which is just started a couple weeks ago, through April 30th, through the cold months of the year. Our day center, which is Open Arm Day Center, where we have opportunity for our guests to come back to our center and have opportunity to have case management, job training, any type of skills, laundry, facilities, shower facilities for them, as well as hospitality hours, where if we have food or whatever is left over from churches, they have the opportunity to share in that. And then we have our Fresh Start program, where we partnership with Goodwill, job training to help them with the opportunity to get job skills through resume writing, how to apply for jobs online, how to interview, different types of financial literacy classes that they offer through that program. And also Turning Point, which is our 8-bed facilities for the chronically homeless men in Jackson, West Tennessee. And then our rapid rehousing program and emergency assistance that we have for those that are trying to find housing or have some type of assistance that we may be able to assist them with outside of housing as well. So I became that director of all those programs. And then I was director of operations from interim director, actually, from 2016 to 2017. And then became director of operations from 2017 to this February of 2024, where I'm currently serving as executive director now.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
When you were interim, did you think about being director? Was that something on your radar, or you were like, I'm good where I'm at right now?
Well, it was on my radar, but I knew at the time it was a few things that I needed to learn about the organization. I stepped into that role and learned all about the grants and the operations a little bit more. On the other side, with the housing side, I learned a little bit more about ARM and a little bit more about fundraising and different things. So it was on my radar, but it was asked and presented to me for that position, but I knew at that time I wasn't ready. So I believe in staying where knowing your boundaries and where you are and being honest with yourself. So this time I was like, yeah, I'm ready, and I think I deserve that opportunity. So it was allowed me that opportunity, and I appreciate it greatly for being able to have the opportunity to lead a great organization that's grassroots, that's been in Jackson since 1977. For 47 years, we've been doing awesome work in the community.
That's awesome. What led you to Area Relief Ministries? How did you, what made you go, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go work with this program?
Well, I had my brother was a part of it, and my sister-in-law was a part of it then, and I love working with people. I had
around what time was this? Do you know?
This was in 2000, maybe late part of 2009.
Okay.
And they were looking at expanding to the day center for looking for case management. And I had the experience being an alcohol and drug counselor, working with the mental health side of it, as well with different mental health agencies in Jackson when Western was closed, shut their doors, and they allowed the community services. So I was like a house residence for those that immediately came out. So I've had the experience with working with that population, with youth, with the Salvation Army nonprofits, even worked at Union University as a textbook manager. So I had met a lot of different people and had the experience. So I love social services. I love working with people. So it was a no-brainer for me to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That is very awesome. I just wanted to read the About Us from Area Relief Ministries website. Area Relief Ministries is a faith-based nonprofit organization that has been serving West Tennessee since the 1970s. Originally created as a collaboratively funded nonprofit in Jackson, Tennessee, churches across the community work together to support its endeavors to assist individuals at risk of eviction, utility cutoff, hunger, and homelessness. Nearly 50 years later, although ARM has experienced steady growth and embraced opportunities for change along the way, its collaborative nature with local churches at its core has remained unwavering. Today, Area Relief Ministry provides 5 distinct programs reaching 2 primary areas of service in our community: emergency assistance, including case management and follow-up for individuals with urgent needs, and homeless and housing services, facilitating shelter opportunities, transitional housing, and employment programs. We are incredibly grateful for the generous community support, which helps to fund our faith-based, reliable services while embracing best practices that are trauma-informed and synergetic. Tell us who you all help. I know when I first got here to Jackson, and I was a reporter for the Jackson Sun, I heard about Room in the Inn. And I think I heard more about it from the church that I was attending, because I had found my soon-to-be one-day wife at the Jackson Sun, but she was going to church with Family Worship. It was called Family Worship Center on North Parkway, and now it's New Life Church. But they were part of Room in the Inn, and I got to help with Room in the Inn one night and meet the men who were homeless, and change my perception all the way around, because usually, you see those people standing on the side of the street who are asking for quarters or dollars or whatever. And you think, well, why are you that way? What happened to you? And you live a little bit longer and you experience life, and you see how even the best intentions can lead you to homelessness. Just things changing all the time. Bills piling up, or medical emergencies or things like that. Tell us about who you don't just help homeless men, you help homeless families. You help women and children and men. Tell us about that.
Our shelter program is primarily Room in the Inn that you were alluding to, is primarily for men. But our Open Arm Day Center and our Rapid Rehousing Emergency Assistance serve anybody that's homeless. So that's women, that's men, that's women with children, men with children. So we cover a wide array. Anybody that's homeless. Our day center, we have showers for women. We have locker space for them. So we embrace all of that, that comes with it. We try to put a face to that homelessness that so many people, like you said, that never experience it or understand it. Homelessness, it has a face. It could be anybody. It could be me. It could be you. It could be our children. Bad decision, or the economy. With inflation, if one paycheck, could put somebody behind with utility bills, and they never come out of that cycle. And then they something may happen, a child gets sick. So it can happen to anyone. So we try to, our message is compassion, and getting that message out that we're all in this together. We all face the same challenges. We want our community to mirror what we are in our community. So if I have a house, I want everybody in my community to have that opportunity. If I can get an education, I want that. So I think our job is to be an advocate, an ambassador for the homeless, and not only the homeless, but for our community. So that's what we serve. We serve anybody that find themselves either at the point of almost being evicted with utilities. If we can help, we have a small pool of funding to do that. Dental assistance, medication assistance, anything that can help them relieve some of the burden that they have. So that's what we do. That's what we do.
How is the homeless situation in West Tennessee from where you all are as an organization and how you all help people? What does it look like here in this area?
It's a growing population with youth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a growing national trend in the next probably 3 to 5 years is going to be more age because our population is not growing for as childbirth, but it's growing for as people getting older
Mm-hmm.
or they're aging out of prison or whatever. So that's kind of what it's looking like.
Mm-hmm.
The youth and the Asian population
Mm-hmm.
is what it's looking like. The numbers are up. Pretty good significantly from the years past. When COVID hit, I think it kind of people that was on the fence now being out of work or families that had children there are children that were maybe unruly or whatever. Now they seen the opportunity. There was a lot of funding that came through, so parents were more willing to say, hey, there's availability of funding. Now since that funding is gone, we still see the influx of that pandemic happening to people that was couch surfing are now particularly on the street.
Right.
So the numbers are growing and the trending is growing in West Tennessee.
Right. What are some of the reasons that you've heard why some of the people that you all help are homeless? I know it ranges from so many different things.
Skilled labor. Yeah, a lot of people that we see that's probably with age, they were trade. You know, this West Tennessee in this area was more manufacturing, industrial, farming, carpentry, and a lot of those skilled labor, even in school, everybody's not going to college. So TCAT is coming back. Those type of skilled laborers are coming back, but it's not trending that way for a lot of us. So a lot of those that we seen homeless when I first started 14 years ago, it was because of the market crash. It was because of there was no skilled laborers and everybody didn't go to school. So there wasn't that much emphasis. Even when I went to school, GBT, general building trade, my kids didn't even experience that because they wanted everybody to be a doctor or a lawyer or nurse. And now they're seeing the need for just skilled laborers and everybody has to have a degree, but you can go to TCAT and get a machine operation. A lot of those jobs, it requires you to still be able to hit their computer. So what I seen was a lot of them not, they were pretty much just high school graduates maybe or lower, and they didn't have that education. So it caused them, the jobs that they were doing, it went to people that were able to sell themselves or market themselves better. So that's what we've seen. That's the trend I've seen.
That reminds me of a South Park cartoon episode. It's ridiculous. where none of the men in the house, actually nobody knew how to do certain like plumbing, like basic plumbing or anything like that. And soon everybody who knew how to do plumbing became millionaires. He became the richest people in the town. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But I think I've seen where some schools have started going back to those things because we all need, somebody who knows how to fix certain things. And in this day and age, we have a lot of YouTube people who I can look on YouTube and figure it out. And sometimes it's like, no, there's just something like if it's a gas heater or something, like, I don't know if I want to play with that. I think I need to call somebody to fix that. But that's great. So we just got into Room in the Inn season.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Tell us about Room in the Inn, and if there's still time for organizations to participate in that. How does that work?
Yes, there are open dates through the month. Actually, this Friday, we have an open date for someone, so it's never too late to join in. We always are looking for churches, civic groups, or if your church is not doing it, just a small group that will be willing to fix a meal, stay overnight, and just fellowship with the men. If they can't use their facilities, First United Methodist Church downtown has been generous to carve out a space for us to be able to host Room in the Inn there. So and it has showers, so everything that you need is there. All we need is just the bodies, just the volunteers to help us to continue what we're doing.
How do they contact you if they want to assist with that?
Yeah, they can reach me on my cell at 731-616-0916 or at Area Relief Ministries office at 731-423-9257.
All right. And now we've come to the portion of the show where we're going to talk about what he's here for. He's here. Fred McKinnie is here to talk to us about the 12th annual Hub Classic basketball tournament, because everybody loves basketball, and there are girl teams and boy teams.
Correct.
It's going to take place December 27th and 28th and the 30th at Liberty Tech High School. Tell us about this tournament and why you all are having it.
Yeah, this tournament started 12 years ago. We had a facilities that was for youth called a Hub Club, and it originated to help generate funds for the Hub Club, that was an after-school program and a summer program for the kids in the the Hillcrest Circle area in East Jackson. In 17, because due to funding, we had to we actually gave the facilities to a church to actually continue the services.
Okay.
So we continued that as a fundraiser for us. So we continue to do this to help provide funds to continue to do the services that we have, even though it's not kids, but continue the emergency programs, the room in the inn, and whatever services that we provide. So we have girls teams and boys teams from all over West Tennessee. Even this year, we have one that's kind of up in Middle Tennessee from Murfreesboro that's going to participate this year. We have a lot of new teams that's first time coming to our tournament. Union City, Covington, Middleton, several Memphis teams that's never been in our tournament. So every year we try to either keep the same teams there and add. So every year we've had a different array of teams from all over West Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, all over. Whoever wants to participate, we try to open it up to them.
All right. Let me make sure this is correct. Tickets are $10 and 3-day game pass are $27. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Game passes allow admittance to all games during the 3-day event. They are only sold on or before Thursday, December 27th.
Correct.
How can people get tickets?
We're printing the tickets now, but they can call the office at 731-423-9257 again, or my cell number, and we will make sure that they get the tickets. They can, if they want to go online, it's just a little bit different. They would just have to put it in, click donate, and just put in the comment area that they want the Hub Classic tickets, and we'll make sure that they get them. You
also need volunteers.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, we're reaching out. It's a 3-day event, all day event from 8 o'clock to probably 9 at night. So we need volunteers. If high school students are interested in volunteering, we have reached out to all the high schools here in the Jackson-Madison County school system to solicit their high school students to be volunteers, so they can go online. It's I guess a little form that's online that they can fill out. They can go to www.airreliefministries.org/classic, and they could pull up and fill out the online form to tell me what time they want to be there, and we'll make contact and put them on the schedule. So we're in need of volunteers. We only ask if they're younger, under 16 or whatever, that their parents kind of chaperone. Don't just drop them off, to kind of just be there to help out with just supervision or whatever. But yeah.
Now this is December 27th, 28th. Skipping the 29th because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
And then Monday. Okay. And again, from 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. So you need volunteers. You can help with entrance security, admissions table, help the coaches, players, referees, and media table, score tables, lockers, hospitality room, or help clean up.
Yes. Yeah.
That's always a need for an event like this. So at 8 a.m., will the games start at 8 a.m.? Take us through what the schedule is.
Yeah, the first game is a girls' game that starts at 9 a.m. and then it alternates 10:30 to a boys' game, go back 12 girls. So it alternates back and forth. And during the later parts of the day, we have door prizes that we give away, gift cards. We have a special the Bank of Jackson and First South Bank Insurance has been partners with us, and they're like the Tyler sponsors for our 3-point contest, community leaders 3-point contest, and our half-court shot contest. So probably Friday and Saturday we'll have that either. We haven't set the date exactly.
Okay.
How we'll put those contests, but we have community leaders. So far, we have Deputy Chief Derek Tisdale, that's going to participate. County Commissioner Kevin Hicks is going to participate in our 3-point contest. So we're getting that scheduled together. If anybody in the community that would like to participate in that, and we want you to be able to do it, so you can give us a call again. Just call me on my cell or at the office, and we'll be glad to allow you to be a part of that.
Okay. All right. Any other programs that you all have throughout the year that people should be aware of?
We just got finished with our Salt and Light
wonderful.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
And we'll be doing at the end of May or April, we'll be doing our How Do I Say Thank You breakfast to all our volunteers and those that support us throughout the year, to say thank you to you. We don't know if it'll be a breakfast this year. We kind of seeing what's changing little things as we get into there. So we don't know if it'll be a breakfast or a lunch, but we will definitely be doing it in the end of April after Room in the Inn or the 1st of May. To say thank you to our volunteers, those that support us all year.
You also had an event called Breaking the Cycle.
The round table.
Tell us about that.
Well, this year we partnership this year with United Way and TCCY, the Tennessee Department of Children and Youth, and we did it at the Doubletree. We held it at the Doubletree this year. It was a great turnout. We had THDA Homeless Community Program Director there, Jody Smith, to speak on some things. We had Matt Marshall to talk about the Alice program that deals with the youth. So we did a lot of talks and panels on youth, child well-being, food insecurity, homeless and housing, employment, and all those various things that we have. So we look forward. That'll probably be in November of this year. We want to find those gaps in services and educate the community on the resources that are out there and the gaps that we can get the community to help us fill. So that's the whole purpose of coming together for women, children, elderly, veterans, all those different services that are homeless or in food insecurity. We want to be able to discuss those in an open forum and find the resources that are out there and let the community be aware of what's going on in their community. All
right. Well, before we close the show today, is there anything that Area Relief Ministry needs from the community? Monetary donations are always wonderful. Maybe somebody can't make a monetary donation. Maybe they have canned goods. Maybe they have excess of adult diapers or cleaning necessities. What do you all need?
Some of our biggest needs is always razors, a soap. We like the hotel size soap. You can go to Walmart and buy those online. Like I said, lotion, deodorant, water, t-shirts, underwear, any type of hygiene items that you can think of, cleaning supplies, anything that you can be willing to donate. Snack bags, bus passes is always a necessity for. I mean, we have some wonderful people that are supporting in that, but we would need more of that. So anything like that would be needed.
Okay. What about organizations that have openings for the people that you all serve? How do they get in touch with you all? How does that work? I know you all have day centers, and I know y'all have Room in the Inn, but there may be some people who are listening or watching who say, well, where do they go for the rest of the time, rest of the year? How does that work?
Well, we have our day center that's year long. Our shelter, like I said, is only for that. We're part of a continuum, so we work together collaboratively with all the 21, I think, counties in West Tennessee.
Okay.
So we meet every second Tuesday of the month, and where we sit down and collectively figure out what resources, who has resources to help. So if you're looking for to offer some assistance, just give our agency or our continuum a call, and we connect them to whatever resources that are available out there.
All right.
Yeah, and we also look for volunteers. You asked the question, volunteers. We do chapel at our day center.
Okay.
Any type of if you just want to come up and fellowship with the guys, get to do any of your expertise, your that someone may have, if it's a devotion or just coming up and want to help us to do the laundry, just help us with straightening, cleaning, anything that we can do. We always welcome volunteers at our day center, and that's generally Monday through Friday from 6 to 11 during the summer, and then during the winter months when we have shelter, with 7 days a week, 6-11 Monday through Friday, and 6 to 8 Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. I got one more question for you. So there may be people who are ignorant, who don't understand how Area Relief Ministry works, who say, well, I don't want to, donate money to an organization that's got them sitting up there all day doing nothing. What your ultimate goal as Area Relief Ministry is not to keep the homeless. It's for them to eventually get homes. How do you all you all do programs with employment, businesses throughout? How does that work?
Yeah, like I said, we partner with Goodwill on the job services side. We're currently trying to connect with. We have a couple gentlemen that want to go back to college, so we're connecting with Jackson State for their recruiters to come out. So our what I've learned is a lot of times we think we know what people want, and we try to tell them and cater our programs to them. But what we do is listen to them and cater our services around them. So if a person is ready, we want to be there. We don't force them. It's not a program where you got 30 days. Well, 90 days. We want people in our shelter to move, but we set goals around what they're wanting to do. And some people are not ready to make that move. So when they're ready, we just want to have the services available to them. So our goal is to work with them and never say what they're selling. They want to go to school, and if we feel like that's not good, we don't tell them that. We work toward it, and when we get to that point that we hit those blocks where they see that they're not ready for it, then we put the things together for them. So we work alongside of them and to get what they want. If it's some people are going to be homeless and be there for the duration, so we want to have that available. Some people are ready for housing. We want to have that available. So we try to have the resources to connect them with every aspect. So if you're out there listening and you have something that can be of help to us, let's plug together and work together to make those services available to our clients.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Before we go, please give your contact information again, where people can reach you all or come talk to you all if they need to. How do they do that?
Yeah. You can reach me at the office at Area Relief Ministries at 731-423-9257. My cell number is 731-616-0916. My email is fmckinney, that's FMCKINNIE at areareliefministries.org. Our physical location is 108 South Church Street, Jackson, Tennessee. 38301.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for what you all do for the community. So again, you can go to areareliefministries.org and find out more information. You can sign up to volunteer for the 12th Annual Hub Classic Basketball Tournament, December 27th, 28th. That's Thursday and Friday. And Monday, December 30th at Liberty Tech High School, girls teams and boys teams from around the area. And get your ticket. You're $27 for a 3-day pass, $10 for each day. So, again, if you are able to help Area Relief Ministries, please donate monetarily. If you can do it in services, you can volunteer, whatever way you can. We're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas and a new year, and there are people who want to make a new beginning for themselves and their families, and we can do that. We can help because we could easily be in this position also. So let's be mindful of that. Let's help. Let's give, not just for this season, but all throughout the year. So thank you again to Fred McKinnie of Area Relief Ministries. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to share this episode. Let people know about Area Relief Ministries and how you can support, how you can help make people's lives better. We thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed week. Take care of one another. Watch out for one another. And we'll see you next week. God bless.